Did you know that books are not just for reading? If you got some extra books from a thrift store, maybe something you're not going to read anymore, you can go ahead and make this absolutely amazing little upcycled flower book. So here's how I did it. First thing I did, I just ripped the book in half so it's in 2 equal parts. Then I'm drawing a line just to cut the book, maybe like a little bit more than halfway as long. We don't want the flower to be super long, so we're just going to cut half of the book so that it's a little bit shorter. So all I did was I drew a line, and then in sections I cut the book section by section. You could maybe use like a saw or something to do this, but my scissors would only cut through like, I don't know, 50 pages at a time or something like that. So I just use that same line and cut right through it. And this is a Reader's Digest, so as you can see, it has those gold edges. So I'm making sure that I keep the half of the book with the gold edges. So I did that to both halves of the book, and now I basically just have like a shorter book that's in 2 pieces. So now I am sectioning out what's going to be my flower petals. I just eyeballed it. I didn't count them or anything like that, and I'm just marking the spot with extra book page. And then for each section, I'm gluing inside where the binding is, and then I'm folding the section over and tucking it in. And I just do that with each of the quote-unquote petals. So glue and fold it in, and then you glue it and fold it in. See, it should look something like this. You could technically keep the book like long. You don't have to cut it in half with the scissors like I did. It would just be like a really long flower. It would go back really long, if that makes sense. All right, when you get to the last one, you just use some glue, fold it over, and then what I did was I just covered the top with a bunch of glue like that, and I held it for a really long time until it was completely dry, and it did end up staying. So I did 7 petals. You could do less, you could do more. It really doesn't matter. It's going to be all the same, but just do the same amount of petals on each half of your book. So here I am doing the second half. I'm actually camping right now, you guys, so I'm looking at the gorgeous nature while I do this voiceover. All right. Get it all the way to the very last petal, and then this one we're going to put the 2 pieces together, so I didn't have to hold this one as long. I just added a bunch of extra glue all along the top, and then I plopped that other half right on top, so it's both halves glued together. And as I kind of miscalculated here, and one of my pages you can see a picture on it, and one of them you can see like orange on the inside. It's driving me crazy, but it's okay. It is what it is. Okay, so now we're going to make a book page flower. Because my pieces are so short, I glued 2 strips together. It's maybe like an inch wide. You could do it thicker or thinner, and then you just kind of accordion fold it like you see I'm doing here. It's kind of hard to explain. You just have to like watch. I like accordion fold it in by keeping the inner part tighter and the outer part more fanned. And then you're just going to glue in like random spots to hold it together. So that's going to be half of our book page flower. And then we're going to do the exact same thing again. 2 strips, about an inch wide, total it. I don't know how long it is, maybe a foot long. And then I'm going to accordion fold this one. As you can see, the inner part is a little bit tighter. The outer part is more fanned. I'm just using the hot glue to tack parts down along the way. And then I just glue 2 of those together to make one complete flower. Just cutting off the extra here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some dark wax. This is Kiehl's dark wax. You can get it on Amazon. I love it. Grunge everything up, antique it, distress it. I just did all the edges, glued that to the center of my flower. And then, of course, a little button to top it off. And here, see that orange piece? And it's hard to tell on the camera, but the edges of that flower are all gold, you guys. All gold. Ignore the orange piece. I didn't want to redo it. So let me know, what do you think of this gorgeous upcycled book flower?